Good day, traders, and welcome back to another weekly market update video with me, Zain Vawda, your analyst here at Oanda. It's been a rather somber and slow start to the week here for financial markets, and it's no real surprise given the lack of data we have from the US in the week ahead. However, just looking at markets broadly, tariffs and trade deals continue to dominate the agenda, and I expect this will continue in the week ahead. Beyond the trade deal front, obviously, we also have US earnings kicking into gear this week. Last week, we did hear from a lot of major investment banks in the US who largely painted a positive picture thus far for 2025, as well as their outlook for the year ahead. However, there were some companies, obviously, who did speak last week about their concerns around what tariffs may bring later in the year. And that is obviously something that markets will be paying attention to moving forward. Now, this week, obviously, on the earnings front, we do have two major companies or part of the Magnificent Seven group of stocks in terms of Alphabet or Google, as we know them more commonly. And obviously, we do have Tesla as well, both reporting this week. Now, both of those earnings releases could stoke some serious volatility for financial markets, as well as US indices like the S&P 500, given obviously the weighting that these Magnificent Seven stocks enjoy when it comes to US indexes. So bear that in mind moving forward, obviously. Beyond that, like I said, in the US, we just have some home sales data this week, which will give us further insights into the health of the housing market in the US and how the economy is shaping up as well. And then if we look across the pond in Europe, we do have ECB interest rates later this week that also could provide more insights into where central banks currently are, given obviously the concerns that tariffs could lead to a spike in inflation. It will be interesting to hear what the ECB has to say moving forward. Now, beyond that, also important to note that next week we do have the Federal Reserve interest rate meeting, and thus this week will be the Fed's blackout period, where we will not hear any comments from Federal Reserve policymakers ahead of next week's meeting. But beyond that, guys, trade safe, and I hope to catch you guys next week for another market update. Have a good one.